Next pack is here. We got book 15, Fanhome Enterprise-D. We're going to be doing stage 55. There's our parts list. There's the package. Looks like we get to put this panel on. And, woo, had to dig this guy out. We're finally putting the bridge way back from book 1. I think it was even the first kit in there. So we're finally going to put this on. And that leads me to just a little heads up. Save yourself some time if you're one of these toxic Trek fans that seem to pop up on my videos periodically. If you're going to tell me I'm required to do this modification, this modification, this modification to this Fanhome parts work kit, you can go ahead and just beat feet, get out of here, warp on out of here. Actually, I'll just put you into the warp zone myself, I guess, and 86 you from my life, because I have enough toxic people in reality to deal with. But ooh, look at that! I think that'll cinch up okay once this is bolted in place. So I'm building this, like I've said before, pretty much 98%, 95% as it comes. Not doing any modification. There are a few exceptions along the way that I either have done or whatever when it was Eaglemoss. There may only be one or two, maybe even one. And I know this is one right here. So kit 1, pack 1, whatever, they had you install a light underneath this vent here. And you can see I just put some of their tape that they had right over it. But I didn't install the cable. Some people use that cable to add another light back here. I didn't do any of that. I haven't painted the bridge. That may be some touch-up I do at the very end. You know, maybe do a little paint work there on top of the bridge. But for the most part, as it comes, that is what I'm doing. Just an FYI. So save yourself some typing. This will be an example. Think about it. This will be an example of kind of what it actually looks like once I'm done, and however many years it's going to take. With that said, let me move this out of the way. Let's get started. First up, grab this panel right here. We're just going to set it in place like that. Got to flip it over and attach it with some FM screws. Bridge piece. And we're going to feed our cables, and I only have 2 pigtails, but these two looks like they're going to feed around this way. Just put them under there and make sure they're not pinched underneath. Set this guy in, flip it over. Next up, we're going to install a metric ton of BM screws. 14 total in the first little round here. These 2 here actually go through this deck panel. So you can see that little hole at the bottom of the screen there and there. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Repeat on that side. I think I'll start with these bottom ones. Make sure everything's still flush and aligned. Get this one secured. Okay, now we got to temporarily remove this board here. And if you remember, we only had 2 screws securing it in at this point. So we got to remove these 2 screws. Set the board, flip the board to the side, and install some more BM screws. Lovely. I don't know why they design it like this, but Another design flaw. Okay, so we have to install, how many we got? 8 more BM screws. I think I can reach everything. Looks like a cluster of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm gonna do these 4 in the middle. That's the idea. Okay, those 8 additional BM screws are in place. Let's set our board back up and over. And try not to make sure you don't lose any cables underneath. And this time we're going to attach it with 4 of these FM screws. Looks like I still have 1 sitting on the board. So we'll attach that one first. They give you some new screws. I'm going to reuse this one here. Just snug. Don't have to be over tight. And I'm going to do one up here in the corner. Contact. Now I'm going to put the other 2 in, which we haven't had yet. Contact, and 1 more. This one I got to feed through the spaghetti of cables. You probably can't see any of this on camera, but it's down in there in that corner. Let's make sure we don't get any cables smashed underneath it. I think we're okay. Okay, board is secure. Oh boy, now take our cable. Let's go into our bridge here. This big, long, giant one. Now, why is it so big? That's what she said. Now we're going to plug it in right there. Right there in the middle of this board. That's attached. Take our other one. And it's going to go right here. There we go. So, right there and right there. If you did attach that other cable to your vent, it's going to go right there probably. All these pretty much, I mean, you could swap the order a little bit, but that's kind of what they're showing in the book from what I could tell. Oh, we're not done with this stage yet. Alright, get ready to get confused. We gotta get our impulse engines parts here and kind of sort them out. It's kind of like opposite world because we have the saucer upside down. Okay, so we're gonna be in, the bulbs are already in place here, these leads here. So we've got a slot in, impulse engine there, and one on this side. So right is left and left is right. Just to make it confusing. We're going to work on the left one, which is our right, first. Kind of how I had them laid out here. And this is what it looks like to me. You can tell this one doesn't have a post inside of it, the other one does. I don't know, there's no markings on this from what I can see. Other than that, I mean, they look like you could flip these parts, these nozzle parts, but this back part is different. So you want the fat round head that has the inner donut cut out on this side like this, and because that's going to fit over that post there and then right there. We got to feed this cable lead into here. Slot this in and just hold it together like that. And there is a little bit of a tab on this gray piece that kind of helps hold the cable. So then this is going to slot down. We've got to get the lip of this gray piece on the inside of the saucer to hold everything from falling out. This is the dumbest design possible, in my opinion, but it is what it is. Now we're going to take AP screw, snug, it's going into plastic. Okay, I guess that's it. Like I said, that's probably be held in place more with another piece on the underside, but that is it. Now we're going to rinse and repeat on the others, on this right side, which is our left side, as we're looking at it upside down. Confused yet? What a joke! Okay, so there was a post in there. That just popped right out. Which is probably better. That was probably just some trash that was sitting in there. Some sprue trash. I'm glad that came out because I was about to put it in like a dummy. That would have impeded the light. Then I would have had to hear about that for the rest of the build. Okay, got that captured. Need a little more slack here. There we go. Ah! F! What a joke. Okay, there we go. Oh, I'm shaky. One more. Okay. Are we good? I think we are good. Oh, just a little more on that one. Okay. Alright, we are not quite done yet with this stage. This one has been a booger bear. Look at that, they put some glue globs on these ends. Maybe they're learning. These probably would have fallen all apart. Anyway, we got to get this, do a little work to this. This is going to go in the nacelle. It's a battery box. So we get to put the little nut in place. Our nut. Little capture nut. Get this little nut, pop that nut, bust that nut right in there. Sorry, I shouldn't be dirty talking. Kids channel. This is adults only here. 2 AP screws. And does it matter? We gotta get this little cap here. That's it. All that for that. Set that aside. This kit is done. Wow. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Stage 55 in the history books. Boom.